This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. Thank you for joining us. Our top story tonight, big changes could be coming to Venice's Pine Brook Park. For years, the city has contemplated removing old lime pits left over from the old water treatment plant. But
the job of removing the potentially dangerous lime could cost taxpayers more than anticipated. ABC7's Christopher Brantley joins us now live with more on the story. Christopher?
Good evening, Scott and Haley. We first told you about this idea 2 years ago, but as the project date keeps getting pushed back, the price keeps going up. For 6 decades, these lime pits have sat untouched, taking up a lot of space at Pine Brook Park. But recently, Venice City officials have been working to remove the pits because of how dangerous they could be to park goers.
I've seen them. I'm aware of where they are. I haven't really gone to them.
Almost any day of the week, you'll find Bill Hoffman here at Pine Brook Park. He is in favor of removing the pits.
From my point of view, it would be a good idea because I think it would give them more access to the park itself.
Last year, the City Council authorized staff to look into a full removal of the existing lime. The cost for that was going to be about $2.3 million. However, after a year's time, the cost jumped hundreds of thousands of dollars to $3.2 million.
The prices ended up coming in higher than we expected them to come in. That's largely thought to be a function of the fact that contractors are all busy these days.
At least one contractor said they could do it for $3 million. But that, says Bill Hoffman, is still a steep price.
$3 million is a lot, and obviously we'd have to pay taxes. That part I don't particularly want to do.
If the City Council moves forward, there are alternative actions that could be less costly.
There are others that would like to see us just simply cover it with more dirt so that it's more like a natural hill where that lime is now.
That may be cheaper, but still runs into another issue: gopher tortoises. Last year, a study was conducted to find the tortoises that live in the pits. They would have to be moved if any work is to take place. Because of that gap of time, another study may need to be conducted.
When time passes, when you're putting the bids together to giving the contractors, prospective contractors, an opportunity to respond to the request for bid, time passes and their costs increase.
Now, we don't yet know how that cost increase will affect the overall project. The City Council will discuss it soon. Something we do know is that the City Council has made it very clear they want to reopen that land. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. A sprint car accident at DeSoto Speedway takes the life of 42-year-old David Steele. The emergency response following the accident is raising concerns on social media about what safety measures are in place. Steele was racing in the Southern Sprint Car Shootout Series at DeSoto Speedway on Saturday. He was in turn one of the first laps when his front wheel collided with another sprint car. He went airborne, spun out before sliding into a wall. The track's medic team immediately responded. However, there was no ambulance on scene, which disgusted some of the spectators. They wonder not only whether it could have saved Steele's life, but also they worry for the safety of the fans as well.
I mean, I've seen cars and pieces of cars go into a stand and people get hurt in the stands. What would they do at that point if someone was seriously hurt in the stands from debris or even a car?
The Manatee County Sheriff's Office says an ambulance on site wouldn't have been able to help save Steele's life. His injuries, they say, were too severe.
A series of car burglaries at one Sarasota County dog park has some park goers concerned and warning others. There were 2 car burglaries at the 17th Street Paw Park in Sarasota on Thursday, as well as others in the surrounding area where the burglars smashed the driver's side window and stole the wallet inside. Sarasota County Sheriff's Office attributes the rash of burglaries to organized crime groups that travel the state, commonly targeting places near the interstate where people are likely to leave their valuables in their car, like parks or gyms. We spoke to one of the victims earlier today who was still in shock.
I never in a million years thought of this as being unsafe. Not ever.
If they see it, then they know they're going to get it. So if you can hide it, preferably in the secured trunk. If not, if you don't have a trunk, if you can cover it with a blanket or a towel or a jacket, something like that.
Park goers are now circulating a petition to increase video surveillance at that dog park.
And now for a check on our forecast, we're going to head over to Bob.
Yes, and it's good to be back from vacation, to come to a place where millions of people go to vacation. So it's good to call this place home. We are looking at lots of clear skies out there. Some high-level cirrus clouds around 77 degrees, still comfortable. We have a dew point at 67, the humidity at 50%, winds out of the west-northwest at 13. The pressure falling ever so slightly as a front is trying to break it down, but not having much success at this hour. 78 degrees currently into Jacksonville, 77 in Sarasota. You'll notice temperatures a little bit cooler right along the coast where that sea breeze has kicked in and cool things down, but still 84 in Arcadia right now and 82 degrees in Mayaca City, 76 in Venice. Evening planner looks good, generally fair right through 11 o'clock. Temperatures remaining quite mild, 66 at 11. We'll have more in the forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. This evening, the Manatee County School Board is discussing raising teachers' salaries.
The school district says it can't afford the requested raises, but the teachers union says that money is available. ABC7's Adam Cellini is at the school board meeting tonight to tell us a little more about that discussion. Adam.
Yeah, Scott and Haley, thank you. The meeting started at 5 o'clock. Right now they're talking inside, but an hour before that meeting, hundreds of teachers lining the street on every corner of the school board building out here. To say this is important to them is an understatement. This contract will affect roughly 2,700 teachers throughout Manatee County School District. Now, the negotiation has gone on for 5 months now, ever since the teachers union rejected the district's original offer. Both sides had to call in a third party to hear this dispute months ago, and that magistrate ended up favoring the teachers union argument. As you mentioned, the debate comes down to one simple decision. Does the school board believe they have the funds already available to put towards pay raises of $900 or $1,200, or do they think it will be too strenuous on their other programs? We spoke with one teacher who said that if these raises are not approved, the effect can go well into the future.
If we let them keep chipping away at these things, we're going to have a very poor pool of teachers. I mean, the people who are here now will stay, but when we start retiring, they're already showing signs every year of not being able to fill positions in Manatee County.
And the teachers admitted there is some anxiety going into this. Ultimately, the school board will decide, no matter what that magistrate said, what they believe will be the best option moving forward. We'll bring you more at 11 o'clock tonight. For now, live in Manatee County, I'm Adam Cellini. Scott and Haley, back to you.
All right, Adam, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, improvements to local roads, where the city of Sarasota plans to add or considering adding roundabouts, which may cause some delays for drivers in the near future, but result in a long-term solution.
And an effort in the state to make home buying easier and leave fewer questions for buyers. That's coming up.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
The Lax coming to the White Buffalo Saloon April 1st. Visit the WBSaloon.com.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
Since 2014, Addiction Hope and Helpline has answered calls for recovery and treatment 24/7, 365 days a year. If you're depressed, drinking, using drugs, or taking pills, call now and talk to someone who cares.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Most insurance covers substance abuse. You can get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call 800-622-1941. 800-622-1941.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
Another roundabout could be coming to the downtown Sarasota area.
The Florida Department of Transportation and the city conducted a study to see how feasible it is to put a roundabout at US 41 and Gulfstream Avenue. ABC7's Bobeth Yates has the details.
The intersection of Gulfstream and 41 has become extremely congested with cars, bicyclists, and pedestrians. But now efforts are underway to turn the area into a roundabout.
All I can say, in 10 years of coming, is congestion that is going on and on.
For many visitors and residents, maneuvering around the Bayfront and downtown Sarasota area has become a nightmare. But David Hutchinson with the Sarasota Manatee Metropolitan Planning Organization says projects are in the works to solve the concern, especially for pedestrians.
41 is very difficult to cross, and from a traffic flow standpoint, we want to let people know that things are being done to improve the US 41 flow.
For the past several years, MPO, the City of Sarasota, and the Florida Department of Transportation have been studying the possibility of implementing the roundabout that would replace the current intersection at US 41 and the Bayfront.
Number one would be the improvements to the existing signalized intersection. The second would be a roundabout at this location. And finally, the no-build alternative.
Officials say option 3, which is the no-build option, would do nothing and result in the congestion increasing. But both the traffic light improvements and the roundabout options aren't going over well with residents.
The roundabouts are very difficult to navigate. I see people having a very difficult time navigating the traffic circles that we have.
Sarasota resident Celine Berman is among the many not buying into the roundabout option as a possible solution to the congestion. But Hutchinson says the options currently on the table go beyond those driving cars.
Generally speaking, this project is about improving bicycle and pedestrian connectivity across US 41 and improving the flow of traffic in the downtown Sarasota area.
The Florida Department of Transportation will host an information session about the intersection improvements. It'll be at the Municipal Auditorium on Tuesday. Bobeth Yates, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Bobeth. Bob will be back with your forecast.
The Sarasota Film Festival is March 31st through April 9th, featuring independent films from around the world, panels, parties, and conversations with stars, all happening in downtown Sarasota.
You don't want to miss it, so get your festival guide and choose the films and events you want to attend.
Buy your tickets online, by phone, or at the Hollywood 20 box office. They go fast, so get them now.
So join us to see and be seen.
A unique celebration of a distinctive cultural gem in Sarasota. La Musica, the annual international festival of chamber music, with renowned musicians from 4 continents. April 3rd through April 12th at the Sarasota Opera House and at Sainer Pavilion. Buy your tickets now.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining.
Being the caregiver for someone you love is truly a blessing. But sometimes you can lose a part of yourself. To be your best, for them and for you, it's important to have time to be able to recharge your batteries. When you call Tidewell Hospice, they can give you a chance to do just that, and with the peace of mind of knowing your loved one is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
I got some really great ribeyes, but my old grill died.
We got a lot of grills here. I show Clay a 3-burner with stainless steel grates. We'll even set it up and deliver it for him.
Ace is the place where you'll feel like you're in grill heaven. Only you won't run into your old grill. That would be awkward.
I'm gonna need more ribeyes.
Don't miss the March Red Hot Buys on Roundup Weed and Grass Killer and Spectracide Fire Ant Killer. 6 convenient Sarasota locations and now open in Bradenton, Northport, and soon Osprey.
Well, Bob, you had a very exciting spring break.
Yes, cruising in the Western Caribbean was a lot of fun, and surprising guests were on board. Didn't know it. We planned it about 3 days prior to going on. So
you did.
We didn't have a lot of preparation for it. Some photos again of Tony Dungy. That's right, the former coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was on board, and there he is right there on that bridge, right in the middle, watching one of his party, actually swimming with the dolphins. That was right there in Mexico. And there I am to the right with Emma walking, and then Tony's just to the left. So we're chatting, you know, talking about past times with the Buccaneers. You know, no, not really. I didn't even know he was there. He's just walking down. You see, skies were sunny too there. The weather was perfect, and had a chance to play golf. You know, you can't go on vacation without a chance to play golf. This was in Honduras, Black Pearl. A couple of guys there, Tony and Joe, and that was a great hole. I was the only one to get on the green, by the way. That's right, par 3. I think I got a par. Anyway, we talked about it earlier. The hurricanes are tough for Central America and the Caribbean, and they were this particular season, this past season. And so Otto and Matthew have been retired. Matthew killed more than 500 people in Haiti, and again, Otto caused all sorts of problems in Central America. Here are the list of the new names for 2017, Arlene being the first, Brett, Cindy, Don, Emily, Franklin, Gert, and Harvey. Let's hope we stop there, but there's a lot of names there, and Arlene is the first one. We had the storm form last year, the first one in January, so nothing going on right now. KCK webcam showing beautiful conditions out there for the area beaches. It's always nice to come back from vacation to here. As you leave, you come back to the beautiful waters of the Suncoast. Warm through the work week. A chance of rain comes Friday as the weak front moves in, and then the weekend looks to be pretty good, again, as the area of low pressure moves out of here. Right now, we do have an area of low pressure moving through western portions of Kentucky and Tennessee. The associated cold front with it now extending down in through Louisiana, causing some rough weather to break out now into Alabama and Mississippi. We are under the influence of a high pressure ridge right here, and that's kind of blocking everything well to the west of us, and we'll hold it off. So the sky should remain clear tonight to spot the International Space Station just after 8:20. Look to the southwest, about one fist above the horizon. And then it moves to the northeast. The duration will be 6 minutes, and the maximum height will be about 70 degrees above the horizon. Should be okay for the viewing tonight. So set that alarm and check it out right around 8:20. 77 right now. Currently, the dew point is at fairly low, 57 degrees. That makes the humidity low. A high today was a few degrees above average at 81. 62 was the morning low. And we could use some rainfall. We haven't had much this year, and we're 5.58 inches below average. Temperatures across the state into the upper 70s to low 80s. A little bit warmer inland now. Northport at 83 and Mayaca City at 82 degrees. Cortez with that sea breeze 74. Venice here at 76 and 76 degrees. And Inglewood. The forecast tomorrow, once again, outstanding. Lots of sunshine. Temperatures near the beaches, upper 70s. Inland areas like Arcadia and Wauchula will get up into the mid 80s there. But as far as the overall pattern goes, this storm will not have an impact on us, causing some rough weather over the lower Mississippi Valley. This one is getting its act together over the central Rockies, which will eventually swing that front close to us on late Friday and early Saturday. Well, this front fades away. We look at gorgeous weather on Tuesday and Wednesday. And as I mentioned, by Friday, we'll start to see a little increase in cloudiness. Temperatures across the state, fairly mild across the state. So 62 now in Cleveland, 60 in Detroit, and 73 in the nation's capital. For boaters, tomorrow looks good. Seas running less than 2 feet, basically. A light chop out there. And low tide upcoming 7:45, and looks like the high tide will be at 1:17. Tonight, mostly fair, warm, 63 for your low. Tomorrow, more of the same, gorgeous weather, a high of 80 degrees. The extended forecast calling for temperatures to stay warm, and that front comes down, kind of fades away, gives us a chance for some much-needed rain on Friday. It's going to be breezy, though, for boaters on both Friday and Saturday, but a pretty decent weekend. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A bill that would have required septic tank inspections as part of property sales in areas with impaired waterways was watered down by the House Natural Resources and Public Lands Subcommittee today. Under the amended version of the legislation, all real estate transactions in Florida require a disclosure to the potential buyer that the home has a septic tank and is highly encouraged that it should be inspected. House bill sponsor Randy Fine says the legislation is still good, even though it is less strict, since home buyers will know what they may be getting themselves into when purchasing a home with a septic system.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we'll take you to a historic spot in Sarasota and show you where women have gathered to serve their community for 100 years.
Tonight, a major White House defeat. What's next after the Republican health care bill was pulled? The fallout, where things stand for the millions of Americans worried about their coverage. This is Where America Turns. World News Tonight with David Muir.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential. There's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Along with the beautiful beaches, it's the people here that make the Suncoast a great place to call home.
ABC7's Linda Carson joins us now to honor a group of women who are celebrating 100 years of service to our community.
The Bee Ridge Women's Clubhouse is not actually on Bee Ridge Road. It's on Andrews. But the members say that's because Bee Ridge is not just a road, as many of us think of it today. It's actually a small community.
Fourth-generation Sarasotan Kelly Dietz says the Bee Ridge community covers a 5-mile square area.
There used to be the Bee Ridge Hotel, which was over on Harris and Ashton. And there was also a little train depot where you could, I think it was a quarter, my father tells me, that you could hop the train and go downtown Sarasota or to Lido.
The Bee Ridge Hotel was owned by Bertha Palmer. That's where the club first met.
1915 they became a club. 1917 they set up their bylaws and their rules to become an official women's club.
It was quite different then.
And it was actually like a little sewing club. They would get together for tea and they would have sewing clubs.
In 1920, work started on their present clubhouse.
Mrs. McIntosh, whose husband was a contractor that built Bee Ridge Presbyterian Church, offered to build us a home, a clubhouse.
It was finished in 1923. Since the beginning, the club has had one major purpose.
It's really all about, for us, giving back to the community.
So every year, the ladies run what they call Bee's Diner at the Sarasota County Fair to earn money for community projects. They started this in the 1950s.
The money made from those days went to the South Trail Fire Department, which was the only fire department in Sarasota.
These days, their fair earnings go to college scholarships for local students. Every member is required to work in Bee's Diner at the fair. Their food is great, and they now have a brand new cookbook just out.
This year is our 100th anniversary. We'd been talking about wanting to gather up at least 100 recipes. We more than fit the bill. We have 200 in here.
Along with their scholarship project, they also raise money for many other needs in the community. Their contributions are appreciated. In 1989, a historic marker was placed at the clubhouse, and last year, to honor them, the Sarasota Manatee Home Builders and Roof Builders gave them a brand new roof.
Congratulations to the Bee Ridge Women's Club for 100 years of service. And we wish you well for the next 100 years. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Linda. We learned something because didn't really know much about this group. So
yeah, now we do.
That's right. And the person that was talking in there, Miss Dietz, she is the daughter of Captain Johnny Walker. So she's been around a while here.
Yeah.
We are looking at a beautiful evening for sunset tonight.
All right. And the space station going overhead.
8:21.
Have a good night.